Hi, everyone. I am Brittany, the Cosmic Lunar Soul. And as always, I have with me Priscilla from, oh gosh, I almost said A Life Full of Simplicity.
It's okay.
Priscilla's Tarot Corner now.
Yes.
I have to get
Hi,
used to
everyone.
the rebrand.
Yeah.
So today we are doing the hashtag tarot emoji match, right?
Yes. Yeah.
This is a VR to Simply Han. I have all of the info in the chat description. So if you want to check out their original video, you can go ahead and do that. And we're just going to go ahead and get started. I think it's only like 10 prompts. So it's not too terribly long, but
Yeah,
I'm
it's short.
excited. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So the first one is the paint palette. This is a deck
Yes.
with your favorite art.
Yeah,
What's
this is this one was a hard one because like I have so many decks in my collection. I have a lot of them that have my favorite art. So I went a bit differently with this prompt and decided just to choose the deck that I've been working with so far this month. And which happens to have also my favorite art. Like I really like the art of it. So I went
mm-hmm.
with the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot.
Ooh.
This one's a collage deck, but it's nicely done. I really like it. It has like kind of like a night sky collagey kind of medieval kind of
Yeah.
style.
This, yeah, I haven't seen this deck pop up in a while. Have you used
Yeah.
it recently?
No, oh, no, I've had it for a long time. It's already on my channel.
No, I just mean like I don't think I've seen it pop up in our tags or anything. I don't think you've pulled it out in a while, have you?
No, I don't think so. Not
Yeah.
in terms of tags. I've used it in my own practice, my own personal practice, but
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever put it in a tag specifically.
Okay.
Um, but I do really love this deck. She also did uh or she's going to be doing, I don't know if she's still doing or did already. No, I don't think she did. I think she was working on an Oracle deck to go with this particular deck, an animal one, but I don't know if
Oh.
she finished it or what. But it was going to be indie.
Mhm.
I think she said she planned to do like a Kickstarter for it. But this deck is mass market. There was an indie version previously.
Was that
The
originally
indie,
Kickstarter?
yeah, it was originally on Kickstarter. It was gilded. There was an extra card in the
Mhm.
particular deck. I love the sun card.
It is very pretty. Ugh, yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then it was picked up by Ulysses Press and came to be mass market. And that's what I have. I have the mass market version. I bought this a few years ago for my birthday, I think, or Christmas or something like that.
Mhm.
But I absolutely love this particular deck. The majors are renamed, the courts are renamed, which I know you hate.
Yeah.
But I actually don't mind them, and the guidebook does say, well, strength is strength, but
Yeah,
in the guidebook it does say what the original RWS is. So
that's good.
it's pretty easy
And
to
it looks like
learn
the
who's
images
who.
match up really well anyway, so if you're familiar, it's somewhat
And also
easy.
there's the numbers as well on the
Oh,
top.
yeah, that
So
too.
if you are familiar with the numbers specifically,
Mhm.
then you'll know what is what. But yes. What did you end up choosing?
This was very hard because
Yes.
I feel like my interest in decks is very tight knit. So
Yeah.
everything sort of looks like each other. So I went with the Eldritch Overload because
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's very unique. It objectively stands out from the rest of my collection. It's so like cyberpunk, like cyber future kind of deck with a lot of futuristic imagery, still very much Rider Smith based because that's what I enjoy. But I
Hmm.
just love all of the colors, the details in here, the cool characters. It's just really exciting to use, but still also easy to use because it's not so much like, oh, you need to study the guidebook to understand the cards
Hmm.
or anything like that. And it's like, I don't know, I have like this feral love for this color combination. This pink, blue, purple combo. So I just really like it. I love the
It goes with your shirt.
it does kind of go with my shirt. That's so funny. Um I think this is objectively like my bright and weird and quirky tarot in the sense of
Mm.
like the rest of my collection.
Hmm.
And I just like how they utilize the foiling in this too into the art. It's sometimes really low key like this, and then other times like the other cards, like it makes up part of the image. This also has like a RPG along with it and stuff like that. So there's like levels to the art where there's like the literal artwork of the cards and then the artwork of the design of the game. And
Hmm.
um yeah, I really like it. I just think it's such a cool deck, and the guidebook is themed as if it's like a codex, so it looks almost like you're looking through a computer program.
Yeah,
It's
which
awesome.
is really cool. Which
It
is really cool. Yeah.
it's so cool. It's a very I should have pulled the book out so you could see, but it was a really cool book. Um Hi Luke. So Restream's chat, by the way, I don't know if it's working for you. It wasn't working for me on Friday, and I was hoping it would work today,
Mm.
but it's blank. So I can see like people posting on my channel on YouTube. I've just been toggling back and forth, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I can see it right
Oh,
now,
really?
but
Okay.
yeah,
So if anything pops up, then just let me know.
sure.
All right. Let's go on to the book one. This is the best tarot book. Oh, this should say or guidebook.
Yeah. So I actually chose two books. I chose a guidebook and then I chose a tarot book for this particular prompt. So I chose one of each
Hmm.
to show.
Okay.
So in terms of the guidebook, I went with the Gentle Tarot guidebook. This is
Mm,
the big one that
yeah.
you can buy separately or you can buy in combination. I think there's like a combo where you can buy this with like the original deck or like the pocket edition or like the linen. So you have like the big book and then like the deck as well. But this thing is really thick. It goes into a lot of detail about each and every card, the artwork, the meaning, and things like that. And I just absolutely love it. I typically don't use the Gentle Tarot without this particular book because I think it's absolutely amazing. And really well done. It's
Hmm.
very well done, actually. And I won the pocket edition in her giveaway on
Hmm.
Instagram. So I'm excited to get that. And I also backed her Oracle on Kickstarter. So that will be coming next year, which I'm excited also. But I'm excited to.
With the pocket edition and the Oracle, will that be the full collection as of like right now?
No, I don't have her linen deck, but I'm not interested in her linen. I have
Oh,
like the
okay.
original first edition, which I prefer because I like the matte cardstock.
Hmm.
And then I had the option with the giveaway that she did to choose either the pocket edition or the linen deck, but I really wanted the pocket edition because the pocket
Hmm.
edition has the same matte consistency as the regular tarot.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I backed the Oracle deck in the matte cardstock, so it goes with both of them. So I can use it with either the pocket edition or the regular version because they'll be the same size. So
Hmm. Okay. It
yeah,
makes sense
so
because the linen is just the same exact deck, just in a different cardstock, right?
yeah, and it's also smaller as well. It's a little bit smaller, but it's not as small as the pocket edition. So the pocket edition is smaller, and then like
Mhm.
the linen is like in between the two sizes.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
more like a plain card size.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah,
It makes
yeah,
sense kind of then to
yeah,
not necessarily need to get the entire collection if you have
yeah.
one versus the other.
True. But
Um,
yeah, so that
so
was the guidebook. I just wanted to
yes,
show.
I
Yeah,
forgot you
sorry.
had to.
Yeah,
I
I
got
had to.
excited.
And then for like the tarot book, I chose Lisa Pepez's
Oh yeah.
book, Unlocking the Tarot. So if you've done her um, training wheels free YouTube course that she has like
Mm-hmm.
YouTube videos for training wheels. She made it into like a book. She has like also a paid course that goes into more depth, but then she wrote this book and it's pretty much that but like in a physical form, so you can like go through every single card. Every single card has a specific keyword associated with it at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes into detail about why she chose that particular keyword for it, and then she does like different things about or talks about different things about the particular card itself and how defense, for example, for this particular card goes into it. However, she also includes two other themes or keywords for the majors and the minors specifically, or numbered cards
Mm-hmm.
that you can use instead of defense. So for example, if you wanted to use frustration or courage, these are two other words that you can use for that particular card, which was the Seven of Wands. In the court cards, however, the court cards is different,
Oh.
where she gives more of a, I guess, like a theme. Like, for example, the King of Cups is approachable to complacent. That would be like the
Oh,
theme of the
interesting.
particular card. And for the courts, she talks more about the strengths and the struggles of the particular court cards. So it's a little bit different in for the courts than it is
Mm-hmm.
for the minors and the majors. But I really love the layout. She has like spreads in here as well and things that you can do. So it's really well done in my opinion. So if you wanted to like learn the tarot, I think this one's a really great book in my
How do you
opinion.
feel about that book as like obviously a more advanced reader and not a beginner?
I love it, even though some of the words I wouldn't even have thought of. Like, for example, Nine of Wands is tenacity. Like, I usually don't associate, like, I wouldn't have a thought of like tenacity for the Nine of Wands. What were the
Mm-hmm.
other words that she chose? Um, Abstinence and stamina are the other two words that she shows. And it just opens my eyes more to different ways of interpreting the particular card because I have my own interpretations, right, for every single card
Right.
based on my own reading, but it allows me to think a little bit more outside the box
Okay.
in that kind of sense. That's why I really like it.
That's fair.
It's a different perspective.
Yeah. So does that book have like reversals or how does she handle that? How does she tackle that?
I can't remember. I don't think it did, but let
Because I
me
don't think Lisa
just.
reads with reversals, if I recall. Like she doesn't shuffle them in, I should say.
Yeah, I don't think she shuffles them in. So I don't think she talks about reversals in the book. I can't remember. And I didn't see anything specifically in let's see here. I didn't see anything in the particular entries when I read
Yeah.
some of them.
Okay.
Um,
I know this tag is interesting because Luke just did
okay,
his like challenge with guidebooks. I'm curious which guidebook he really enjoyed working through.
yeah. Here she says, yeah, she says that you can read, you can shuffle them if you want. Can be used as like you can read them as like the opposite, or you can like interpret it as energy that is blocked or resistant of the particular keyword, or like a more pessimistic version of its meaning, whereas the upright you're looking
Mhm.
more at the positive version and vice versa. Um, yeah, I don't think she mentions reversals in the book.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
just curious
yeah, no.
because obviously I watch her stuff and I enjoy her content. I just know she doesn't necessarily point them out generally. Like reversals
Hmm.
are not, it's not something she differentiates between just reading the cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I
Yeah.
chose the Tarot Interactions book.
Oh yeah,
So
that's a good one.
I got this to specifically for the parts that specifically talk about like um how to draw the cards together and how they interact with each other to build
Mhm.
a little more cohesion between the two cards and how that
Yeah.
can change the meanings of the cards. But what I really like about this book, it's a little more like um I feel like it's very logical in how it approaches a lot of things, and that really resonates well with me because I'm more of the like I feel like logical side of tarot and less of the woo side of tarot. So it very much scratches that itch. Like it helps you discern patterns and looking at patterns and stuff throughout
Mhm.
the readings and the pairs of cards, or like however many cards you pull. Um and then it talks about how that comes into play based off of the position of the cards. And throughout the book, there are exercises and they give you like what they call homework. It feels very much like textbook style in that sense, where you can just go through it a little piecemeal once you get through like the introduction and the parts that you like, the introductory parts of it. And um sorry, turn that off. Um, I really like how it even dives deeper into it in terms of like interlinking tarot with language, because this is something we always do when we have new people come into our chats and trying to figure out tarot, is like how to pull the story out of the cards that you have. Um, and there's like whole lessons on that, like finding the subject and finding what the subject is talking about, like the
Mhm.
object. And then the sentence structure, it's very like literature class feeling, and I really
Okay.
like that. There and then it's also fun too. There are tarot games in here, which I've never tried because I have no one to really like try it with, I guess. I mean, I guess I have you. I should try this
Yeah,
on my
we should do
Discord.
one.
We
What do
should
you
try it on
mean?
my Discord. I was like, oh, I do have friends actually.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, what? But we can do them if you want.
Yeah, I'll have to actually
We can
like,
also do them on your Discord, you know?
yeah, I was like, I should just have a night where we like try these out and see how they feel. And because there's one that's literally like, this takes me back to my childhood. It's tarot telephone. And it's I don't know the mechanics of it. Let me see if I can look at it real quick.
Tarot
I'm like, this seems
telephone.
like so much fun where like everybody kind of has their own feel to it. Oh, this is actually different than what I thought, but it gives me ideas for other things. This is but, yeah, I like it because it also draws tarot into, like, the your everyday life, and,
Mhm.
using your everyday life to find, the chance to use tarot as, like, an exercise in learning.
Mhm.
So, it's not like you have to rely on just doing readings all the time or rely on other people to ask for readings, stuff like that. um, I feel like it really helps you be a more well-rounded reader. And now that
Yeah.
I'm talking about it, I realize it's been a while since I've gone through this. I should go back through it and kind of like reread it or like piece through it again.
Yeah.
All right, I have my homework now. I need to go through here and see what I want to do on Discord. Okay, the next one is the brain emoji, a deck that makes you deep dive in thought.
Mm. Before I answer this, Luke
Yeah.
said that his favorite guidebook that he liked from when he was doing the guidebooks thing was the Legend of the Sleepy Hollow tarot. And
Oh.
I was actually surprised by that because that guidebook is very short, like very short.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is. The information is really short. Like they give you like a little sentence about the image and then
Mhm.
just upright reversed keywords. Well, for the minors anyway. I think it goes into a little bit more detail for the
Yeah.
majors, but yeah, the minors are very short.
Interesting. I wonder if it's the conciseness that really helps, like, just it's just enough to get the job done, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, Luke said that the art helped me understand what I was looking at to interpret it, and the guidebook was short and sweet, is what he
Mm,
said. So
okay, so it's like the perfect complement to the deck.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so for this particular question, I went with the Dental Tarot.
Mm, okay.
I feel like this one definitely have to put a lot of thought in because it's like a mix of animals and people and landscapes and things like that. And that's why I use the guidebook, because the guidebook provides a lot of insight
Mm-hmm.
into what is being stated
That makes
for
sense.
each card. So,
Mm,
and I feel like also the imagery provides a lot of like thought provoking.
yeah,
It
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 does.
provides like a lot of provoking thoughts in terms of like the artwork, and really thinking about like the answer to whatever question it is you're asking, or like if you're doing a spread and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love this deck. It's one of my favorites.
I know. I'm not surprised it made an appearance today.
Yeah. Well, it didn't last time. I didn't talk about it in our last one,
I
so.
know.
But yes, and then we have Justice, Four of Wands,
Mm-hmm.
Nine of Pentacles. So yes. Ooh, this Tower card. I love this Tower card.
I do like that too.
Tower.
Oops. There we go.
So, yeah. Okay, I'll leave you with this. I think this is the page. Yeah, this is the Page of Cups.
Okay. I
A
love
little
the colors in that
otter.
card.
Love the
Oh.
otter. I love otters. So cute.
I mean, how can you not? They use tools and they hold hands when they sleep.
Yeah, exactly. They're so adorable. I love it so much. What did you choose for this one?
I I kind of went basic bitch mode and chose the Prisma Visions.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
this deck is one of those ones where even though I bought it like very early on into my tarot journey, it's always the one that I always have to kind of sit and think
Hmm.
of the cards when I pull them. And I feel like I don't necessarily have to do that with other decks, where sometimes it's much more easy to glean like the message that I'm getting. But these are just so detailed and they kind of have this they're like intentionally artful. So I feel like it's one of those things where I kind of want to sit with it, and you know, when you look at a piece of art in a museum and you just want to stare at it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Um so this is always one of those decks where I um it's just enough like offshoot of being like traditional Rider-Waite Smith that I have to like sit with it a bit, right? So like here's our tower where there are familiar aspects in it, but it's also different enough that I want to kind of think about it a little bit. What's the imagery? What's different? You know. And then this deck is also a Mariorama, so it forms like a picture, and
Yeah.
there's like that level of thought process too that's going into it. I think I always mention this when I pull out the Prisma Vision deck, but this is the one that made me really like thoughtful of how the cards play together. It's
Yes.
probably part of the reason I got the Tarot Interactions book, so I could kind of dive into that a little more.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's a very lovely deck. This is the pocket edition, so it's quite small and it comes in this tin.
Yeah.
Uh, but I do like this. This actually used to be my travel deck for a while, but it's not a deck I want to use for everything. I feel like it kind of has a time and a place, or it's like sort of like based off of vibes, really. So I don't generally like to travel with it a lot because I might not just be in the mood for it.
Yeah. Also, hi Rochelle.
Hi.
Luca said that the consciousness and how it just helped me to connect as still someone who depends on the guidebook. I don't have to do that with that deck, which is in referring to the Legend of the Sleeping
Hmm.
Hollow Tarot. And then I think for this question, Luke chose the Wild Unknown deck.
Yeah, that tracks. I kind of thought about that for a little bit and I was like, nah. So this is our coffee and tea, a deck that makes you feel cozy.
Yes. So
I,
I chose
I had a hard time picking.
the Cozy Witch Tarot.
That tracks.
I was like, why not? Why not talk about a cozy witch? Haven't
Yeah.
shown this deck in like forever on the channel. Let me just give it a quick shuffle because I haven't used this deck in a while. But yes, I do really love this deck. It is cozy and cute.
It is.
You have like a phrase at the bottom to associate with the card, which I quite like. Um,
It'd be such a good journaling deck. Just
yeah,
to go off the
yeah.
phrases and stuff like that. That would be really
Y-
cool.
That and her oracle, because she does have an oracle as well, which I also own.
What's the name of the
Um,
oracle?
the oracle is damn. I can't
If
even
you want to
remember
show
the
cards,
name.
I can look it up. I'll look it up.
Okay. I know it's written in the guidebook, like because all her work is listed, including
Oh,
her
okay.
poetry. Because this is by Amanda Lovelace. She's a poet, so.
I love that name.
But I love. Here's the moon. I love this moon card very much. It says taking time for deep self-reflection is essential. And you see this girl, she's sitting on the roof of a
Mm-hmm.
house, just journaling. I love it. Then we have this judgment card, Queen of Cups. I also love it because there's varying body types,
Yeah.
and you don't really see much of that in decks too much, to be honest with you.
Not
I don't
unless
own,
that's the
I don't own.
explicit purpose of that deck.
Yeah, I don't own that many decks that show varying bodies, to be honest with you. Um, 13 is Death, and she chose to rename it as the Broom,
Hmm.
which she put tidy up your life so that you can make space for something better.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, but you see that she's sweeping, she's like
Yeah.
sweeping things out the door. I
Yeah.
feel like that's reminiscent of Death, in my opinion, releasing the old, the
Yeah,
new.
it can be. The other
So
deck is Believe in Your Own Magic.
yes, that's it. That's her Oracle deck. I have it too.
I have it on my
Mhm.
wish list. I've had it on my wish list since
She actually uses it in the card.
2020.
Like these cards here in this
Oh, that's
particular
so
card
cool.
from her Oracle because they're the backs of the Oracle.
Deckception. I love it.
Me too. It's really fun. But yeah. Yeah, I love her. Her Oracle is based on her three of her poetry books. So
Oh.
she has like a series. You don't have to read the poetry because I haven't read those particular books. I've read other poetry from her, but not those three. But
Mhm.
she like separates them the same way that those three books are separated. One is like mermaids, witches, and then something else that I can't remember. And then she
Dragons?
splits it princesses,
Oh,
princess,
okay.
I think princess and dragons or something like that.
Okay.
She like splits the guidebook in that kind of theme, and
Mhm.
then you have specific cards for those three, like suits. They're like suits for that. Okay, I'll leave it on the Emperor. The Emperor will be the last card I show.
That is a very cozy deck. I go through
Yeah,
phases where I'm like, oh, I really want this deck, along with the Oracle deck. And then
yeah.
there's other times where I'm like, I know I'll never use it.
I really love them. In my opinion, they're quite soft and nice. So if you
Mm,
want something that's not so harsh, in my opinion,
yeah.
this deck plus her Oracle they're very nice and soothing, in my opinion,
Yeah.
for them. What did you choose for this?
I was originally gonna choose the Pooh Tarot, Wisdom of the Pooh Tarot.
Oh, that
And then
is.
like when I thought about it a little bit, I was like, I gotta go with my cat deck, my cats rule the earth deck.
Yeah.
Cause like what's more cozy than cats? Um I mean,
Especially since you have two.
right. I'm like, this is the perfect just lounge on the couch with a blanket with two cats snuggling.
Yeah.
So, of course, I had to go with my cat deck. I just absolutely love it. And I mean, look at this. The magician, so cute. Um, I just absolutely love this deck. This deck has surprisingly a lot of like diversity in it. For it to be a cat deck, like let me go back one. Like we saw this cat who has a burn and is missing his eye. Apparently we have a drunk cat. um See if I can find some other ones for you guys. They're like all over the place apparently. um oh, but I just love this tower. Maybe you can see his little teeth. It's probably hard to tell, but
Yeah.
it's so cute. Very witchy cat. We have our trying to find like the cool. Oh, and then we have our hairless cats.
Oh, yeah.
We have our sort of
Those ones
like,
scare me.
do they really? They look like
Yeah.
chickens. They look like I love the witchy aspect and the cat aspect. It's very much me in that sense. It's just a very cute deck. I love the card stock. Oh, it has this really nice
I
coated
know.
mat. Oh,
I know. The cardstock is really nice on that. I love Abrams. What is it? Abrams, whatever. The publisher for that particular deck. They have a few decks, and their cardstock is always really nice. Also, Rochelle said about the Cozy Witch. She said
yeah.
that it's a wonderfully cozy deck for sure. And then she also said that she thinks that this kind of deck, or the two decks together, are great for approaching shadow work for beginners because they're gentle in a way.
Oh, I never really thought about that, but that is a nice like
Yeah.
ease into it without it being scary or daunting.
Yeah, and then she also was laughing at the cat card you were showing with the little teeth, and she said that we need diversity for cats too, and she put it LOL in
Yes.
capitals.
See, here it is. Look at this one. The chariot in
Yes.
his little wheelchair. Oh,
Yeah.
and then this guy, he's also missing an eye.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love this deck. It makes me like, and then this one, he has a few scratches on him. I love it. I mean, oh, and this one's my favorite. I'll end with this one, the tattooed
Oh
chicken.
yeah.
I just so badass. Oh, and what's funny is like he's tattooed with some of the tarot imagery on him. He's just so cute, super cute. So
Okay, let's not
that's my
actually tattoo our cats in real
no,
life though.
no.
'Cause-
Maybe though, I wonder if they make like little like fake tattoo sweaters for the hairless cats.
oh, probably
That would
like a mesh,
like
like a
a
mesh.
sleeve, like you can get like the pull-on sleeves for humans and it looks like a tattoo, but cat version. That
Yeah.
would be super cool. And then get him a cute little spiked collar. That would be the best Halloween costume.
Yeah. Hey, Midnight.
Hi, Midnight. Oh, there we go. Cross swords. This is a deck you use for ancestral work.
Okay, for this one I chose two decks for different reasons. So the first deck I chose is the Sephiroth Tarot, the Spheres of Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
This deck here, and I use this deck specifically for Jewish spreads. So when I do
Oh, I love
Jewish
that.
spreads and things like that, like I did last year with my Hanukkah series, I did like a
Mm-hmm.
spread for every day of Hanukkah and things like that. Mainly because now I don't know if any of the creators are in fact Jewish, though the first person listed has a Jewish last name, so I'm not really sure if they are
Maybe.
in fact. Um, but the major arcana is steeped in like the tree of life symbology. And
Mm-hmm.
as you know, the tree of life is based on the Kabbalah and things like that. So there's a lot of symbolism in here that is associated with Judaism
Mm-hmm.
in that regard. The miners themselves are Pip. They're specifically Marseille style.
Mm-hmm.
But I really love the major arcana. So I use this a lot when I do Jewish spreads and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
for like high holidays and things like this. So we have that.
I do like that deck.
Yeah, it's a beautiful deck. They actually did another one on
Yep.
Kickstarter.
I
The
kickstarted
Kickstarter,
it.
yeah, the
Yeah, I did.
original, this one specifically was also a Kickstarter. It was
Oh, okay.
specifically a game as well. So the
Yes.
deck plus the game, and then they've done a second one specifically for that. So that
Yeah.
was the first deck. Then let me just put this away. And then the second deck is Portuguese. Well, it's actually not like it's not in Portuguese, it's in English, but it's the Lisboa Tarot, which is
Mm.
through the streets of Lisbon. And I am also Portuguese. So this one covers the other half of May specifically. Um, the cards have imagery of specifically the city. So each image is inspired by a place um, in regards to Lisbon. And I have been to Lisbon. I've been there
Oh, have you?
twice. Yep. It's been a long time though. Last time I went, I was 14.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
really
I do
cool.
really love it. And the art style is really cool. It looks like it was she used oh, what is that kind of, it's like a, it's not chalk,
Charcoal?
pastels?
Oh,
Pastels?
um,
Pastels?
yes. Like, yes.
Yeah. I
So,
can't remember. Um
so it
I
has
can't
that like
remember.
nice, soft sort of blended feel.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it, it looks like that pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rochelle, the Sephiroth is actually from Hay House. You could probably get it on a Hay House sale. It's usually on sale, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lisboa Tarot is from Red Feather. It came out last year. Came out last year, so it's a fairly newish deck.
Yeah, considering.
Um, but I don't think this is one that's talked about too much, in my
It's
opinion.
not.
I haven't really seen it around, but it's a
No.
beautiful deck. She has other decks as well. I don't think I have any of her other ones, but yeah, we have, and the guidebook talks about the image, each image. There's like about the image section where it
Mm-hmm.
tells you what she was inspired by,
I love
um,
that.
which is like a place specifically in Lisbon that you can see. So
Mhm.
it's really cool. And I love that because, it's part of my heritage on my mom's
Yeah.
side. So I really love using that specifically for
Yeah.
that.
I love
What did
that.
you
That's really cool.
what did you choose?
I I waffled because I was trying not to be. So I have the black tarot and I thought about that for a bit, but then there were point like I have used that for ancestral work, but
Hmm.
like there was a point where I even wanted to like dedicate that deck for them and they were like, nah. And so I was like, okay, well, I really don't want to keep using it then for that. So I switched over. I got the I wish I could remember the name of it. The tarot. It was I think the Gullah Geechee tarot from Etsy. I
Oh, yes, yes,
did
yes.
ask to dedicate that, but the deck that I really feel like I have consistently used over the years, even though I've never officially dedicated a deck just for ancestral work, I definitely wouldn't
Hmm.
do that with this deck. But I went with the Earth, Moon, and Shadow deck.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
because I feel like when I have used it for ancestral work, I feel the most connection to that. I just wish I had a tarot for that. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So I went with this deck because so I've utilized this both for shadow work, ancestral work. They're kind of the two favorites that I really enjoy with this deck specifically. And it's
Hmm.
because of like stuff like this. Like I really love how everything just feels a little ancient and it has more of that like sacred connection, and then it has lovely representation of black and brown people in it.
Hmm.
So it's not inherently black for black people, I guess I should say, or
Yeah.
something like that. But it has such lovely artwork surrounded around the beauty of black and brown people.
Mhm.
So I just absolutely love utilizing this anytime I'm doing ancestral work. It's quite lovely. I see a lot of different like my own self in it, and I feel like I can see my family in it, and it just makes
Yeah.
me feel like connected to things that I'm very connected to. Like very there's a lot of moon motifs in it, and um pick another card here. But very still like witchy and spiritual feeling. So this is the one that I like to use a lot. I have come like after thinking about it, I
Hmm.
use this probably 90% of the time. If I go back
Okay.
and look at my like my uh notes from previous ancestral readings, it's almost always this deck. And
Yeah.
anything else is just me trying to like test it out and then I never go back to it.
Yeah, it's a great deck. It's a great
It
deck.
really is.
They're currently it's currently available for pre-order in case anyone wants to get the second edition. I think it's the second
Yeah.
edition that's currently available. Or
Oh,
you can pre-order just the extra cards.
I'm gonna
Um,
pre-order the extra cards, but for anybody curious, the second edition has the new card stock. So it's hard to tell on camera, but it has more of a um it has that standard matte soft matte finish versus the
yeah.
first deck, which had some issues with peeling and the coating coming off. So the cardstock is much better on this one, but the images are just as beautiful.
Yeah, and if you would like to shop or pre-order either or the extra cards or the full deck that comes with the extra cards, like the full second edition, you can shop via my link and use code
Are you putting it in the chat?
yeah, simplicity 55 for $5 off the order. I do get a commission, just in case anyone wants to know that. I do get a commission of 5% if anyone uses the code or
I need
shops
to
via the link.
go ahead and order that. Um, Luke was saying he doesn't do ancestral work for himself as much as he does for clients. And in
Hmm.
those cases, he uses the Wildwood Tarot.
Oh yeah.
Um, but he says he uses the Angels and Ancestors Oracle for ancestral work, hands down.
Oh, that's a good one. They fixed the newer edition, I heard. So
Fixed it in what way?
there were some like issues with like cultural appropriation in the first edition.
Oh,
And when I got the pocket, I noticed that there was a lot of things that they fixed from the original edition because I have the original edition and there was like some problematic things in it. Um,
mm,
but they fixed it. They fixed the guidebook. They fixed some of the wording on the cards, which I really appreciated actually. So I've been using the pocket edition too. I think
oh,
it's a great option. But the
that's
full size has been fixed as well. Someone told me that if you buy the full size now, the changes that were in the pocket edition are also in the full size. So
oh, that's good.
yeah,
It's good when creators listen to their audience.
yeah, exactly. Or the fact that it's good that Hay House listened to their audience and
Yeah,
fixed
that too.
it.
All right, next one is our crystal. Best or favorite gilded deck.
Oh yes. So I went with not only gilding specifically, but like everything, like
Oh,
the full 9 yards, like
yeah.
the best that has everything, foiling, gilding, all of it. And I chose the literary tarot.
Oh, that makes sense. And
Yeah.
you saying that makes me realize I misinterpret this as foiling, so my pick is gonna be foiling.
Oh no, that's okay. You can interpret the thing as you
Yeah.
want. I chose both gilding, so these are gilded, as
Yeah.
well as the foiling. This is like the whole 9 yards when it comes to like shiny,
Yeah.
like shiny kind of things. I love it. Like there's on the cards themselves, they have like foil detailing. So like the what you call it, the border, the names of the cards are all foiled, plus actual details in the artwork, which I really love.
Mhm.
Um, this is beautiful. And then it's just really cool, like when you get it on at a certain angle or with the light. And then the backs are all foiled. Like it's really nice.
The
And there's like a
backs are
hollow
I was gonna
shift
say,
on the
they
back.
almost even have a hollow kinda feel.
Yeah, if they have a shift to them. So like if
Yes.
you're looking at them at a certain point in light and stuff, there's like a shift to that. But I really love the detailing. And all these cards are based on books and literature, obviously per the
Mhm.
title of the of the deck. And I just love this deck so much. I bought this for myself for my birthday. I went to Chapters because I knew they were selling it. And I was
Yep.
like, oh, I need to get this. So I went and I got it.
Yeah, I remember when you got that. It's a really cool deck. It's one of those decks where I'm like, I like seeing it vicariously through you guys, but I don't think I would ever own it. Not for any like, I just don't think I would use it as much.
Yeah. I love it. It's this only so I have only two decks in my collection that are collaborative decks. This one and then the Ostara Tarot.
Yeah,
And both of them are they're collaborative, but you'd never guess that they were
no,
collaborative by
not
looking
at
at
all.
them. Like
They're
the
so
art is
cohesive.
so cohesive in this deck. I literally did not even know it was a collaborative deck at all.
Yeah, every time you say that, it reminds me it is, but there's by when I look at it, I never remember that it's a collaborative deck. And
Yeah,
this is how collaborative decks should be done. People take
exactly. 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 Because I really don't like collaborative decks. I
no,
find them very strange when there's too many different art styles. I just get really confused and then overwhelmed with looking at the different cards. And I'm just
it's
like, this
jarring.
feels like I'm using like four different decks. And
Yes.
I'm not into it. I'm not
No, me
into it.
neither.
Rochelle, it's the literary tarot. Yeah. Um, the pricing for this deck, I believe you can get it from the publisher Brink Literacy Project, but I think the pricing is more than it is at Chapters Indigo. So if you wanted to get this deck, you can order it from Chapters Indigo from the US. It'll come from Canada, just to let you know, but it is cheaper, just to let you know. But yes, style wise, really good. Luke says the only gilded deck he has is the Gothic Oracle by Anne Stokes. I need
Mm.
that deck. I need that deck
You
because
say
it
that
will.
every time he mentions it.
Yeah, I need it because I got the vampire deck by Daniel, whatever his name is. I can't remember, that went out of print this year, right?
Yeah.
The Tarot of Vampires. And that deck, literally, I've seen it paired with the Tarot of Vampires, and it looks absolutely perfect. You'd never know that they were made by different people, to be honest with you. It's like the perfect pairing. So yeah. So yes, what did you end up choosing for this particular?
So I did mix up foiling and gilding. I was thinking foiling, so I went with the Ethereal Visions
Oh, that's good.
tarot. I
Wait, that's
love
not gilded?
it's not. No.
Oh, okay.
It
Oh, Ian Daniels, that's it. Thanks, Luke.
it seems like it should be gilded, but it is not. Um
That's
I
weird. Okay.
love so this deck has like the holographic foiling. The
Yes.
original version, the non-Luna edition, has the regular, like sort of goldish
Mhm.
foiling.
Yep.
I love how so it will range from just being like a border like this, right? Just the border on the card
Yeah.
to fully integrate it into the design of the card where the
Yes.
lightning and everything is part of the tower. And I just
Mhm.
love the range of the foiling, and it's hard to tell, but in some you can see it almost forms like a mask on people.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Um I just love the integration of the foiling. Sometimes it's really low key, sometimes it's very vibrant,
Mm.
and I think it just makes each card very unique and very fun. So, like in this one, it's part of the shield, and then there's almost like this sun or so behind the knight,
Mhm.
but it's also the border.
Yeah.
This one's one of my favorites. I love how it's almost like the devil is being spotlighted, but also framed in
Yeah.
whatever that foiling is. Just such a cool aspect. This one's also very similar. Very beautiful, very pretty cards. It doesn't really take away from the card stock or anything, and it has
Mhm.
held up really well to me being a very rough user of the cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one has won me over for the gilding, which I mistook
You know
for
what you know what I thought you
foiling.
were gonna choose for this one particular? I would thought you were gonna choose the green glyphs.
I thought about that, but
Because that one has both foiling and gilding on it,
it
especially I
does.
think the Oracle. The Oracle is like really intense with
It
some
is.
of
It
it.
is. I didn't even think about that. Um, it's so funny because I was looking at the green glyphs and I was like, oh, I don't think this hits any of the marks. And it's solidly because in my mind, I translated gilding as foiling only. And I felt
Yeah.
like this does foiling better, but the green
Yeah.
glyph does both really well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, that's a great
yeah.
option. Like that deck was a
Yeah.
great option in my opinion. I really love that deck. I have all what is it? All three on the wish list, the original, the Luna, and then the Oracle.
Yes. Yeah.
They're on my wish list to
They're
eventually
really
get.
well done. And I love the card stock. It's the tarot is like slightly taller in my opinion than regular tarot, so it's
Okay.
weird for me to as a riffle bridge shuffler.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I hurt my thumb playing dodgeball, I couldn't
Oh
shuffle
yeah.
that deck for a while. I had to kind of like pause it because it hurt to shuffle because of the dimensions of it,
Yeah.
and they're just thick enough that it's a little tough, but
Yeah.
overall they've held up really well to my manhandling.
Midnight says most collab decks I find confusing.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
Rochelle says the deck you showed is beautiful, but she doesn't have it, but she finds it beautiful.
Oh,
And then Midnight said, for some reason my brain thought it was gilded. Me too. That deck. I thought it was also had gilding, but I guess it only has foiling.
literally, I think like if someone had told me if I didn't own that deck, if someone told me that was gilded, I would believe them because it seems like it should be.
Right. Right?
It-
I feel like we're in like a Mandela effect or
yeah,
something.
very much so. Very much
Oh
so.
my god.
That's so funny. See, you're not the only one. So obviously they should have taken the opportunity to just gild the deck. They should come
Really,
out with a limited edition or something where it's gilded.
oh yeah, that'd be
I bet
cool.
people would buy it.
Maybe it was the indie version that was gilded.
Oh, it could have been. I'm actually
Maybe,
not sure.
yeah, because I remember there being an indie version on his.
And the Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, so
Mhm.
maybe it was gilded at one
Maybe,
point. I
maybe
don't know.
you guys aren't fully crazy. Okay, next
Okay.
prompt is the
Yes.
Deserted Island deck. So what's your
Yes.
Deserted Island deck?
Okay, I just went with like a classic,
Okay.
and I chose the Smith Waite Tarot Centennial Pocket Edition.
Can't go wrong with that, honestly.
Exactly, in my opinion. Hey, I'm going to be doing tarot for God knows how long on a desert island or deserted island rather. I'm just going to go with the original, I guess.
Yeah.
And plus, it's small, it's pocket,
Mm-hmm.
so it'll it'll store
Hold up
well, I
well.
guess, in my
And
pocket.
it's tin. It's not gonna fall apart.
Exactly, yeah.
I
So
love
yeah,
the Centennial Tarot. When
me
I tell
too.
you this is like half my tarot identity is the Centennial Tarot.
Yeah,
I'm such a basic Rider Waite Smith bitch. I can't help it.
me too. I really want the full size of this one because I love the colors more than the original because I do have the original in full size, but the yellow is not as bright as it is in
It's
that
not as
deck. It's like so
garish.
bright. I'm like, what
It's
is this?
banana yellow. It's insane.
Yeah. Um Rochelle says Lightseers would be her choice.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah, I thought
That's
about
a very good choice.
Lightseers, but
I thought about that too.
yeah. What did you choose for this one?
I feel like mine's gonna be obvious. Can you guess?
I don't know. The Game of Thrones?
No, but
The
that's actually a good guess, actually, because I do talk
because
about that a
you
lot.
do love that one.
I do
I
love
don't
that
know. The
one.
RWS? I don't know.
I
Did you go
actually went
basic
with
bitch like me too? Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, okay. So an
I
RWS
did.
clone.
Yes, I
A
went with This
clone.
Might Hurt
Yeah, that
because
one's good.
it's similar to the Centennial deck in the sense like I love the color tones of this deck. I feel like I can use these
Hmm.
cards for literally any kind of reading that I want. And it's going to stand up to being a workhorse deck. This is very much it has sort of entered the collection the small collection I have that would be considered my workhorse deck. So I could pull it
Hmm.
out and get her done.
Yeah.
I like the modern takes on Rider Waite, but it's still very much I feel like this is the natural progression from Centennial to Light Tears to this, in my opinion. Like they could all be in a bag. You could pull one out and it would work just fine.
Yeah.
I love the card stock. It kind of has that it's very high gloss though, which can be hard as like, an online reader, but for the purposes of using it, I
Hmm.
absolutely adore it. I just love the diversity in the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just ultimately love this deck a lot.
Me too. It's a great one. I can't wait for her Lenormand to come out. If
She
that's
needs to
ever
hurry
even
up.
coming out, I don't even know what's going on with that deck, but
I feel like a crackhead every time I look for it. I'm like, give me my deck.
yeah, I know. Midnight says that she'd buy the pocket Crow Tarot, and then once she buys that, that will be her choice for this
Okay.
particular one. I need the pocket as well. I love the Crow Tarot, but I don't have the pocket.
Is the pocket in a tin?
I don't know if it's in a tin. Let me check. I can't remember if it's in a two-piece box or if it's in a tin. Rochelle did say that she loves she says that the Crotero would be awesome, and she does love a mini in a tin, but I don't know if that one specifically is in a tin though. So let me take a look to
I
let you
really want them to
know.
come out with a pocket. This might hurt. Like, that would just, I'd lose my
That
mind.
would be great. I don't know if Liminal 11 will do
I don't
pocket
think so.
editions. They didn't, I don't think they sold I don't think they put anything new at all this year.
No, I don't think they did either.
I don't know what would happen with them specifically, but
Yeah. Now that you think about it, now that you say that, I don't think
yeah,
there's anything new.
yeah. The Crotero is not in a tin; it's in a two-piece box. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Rochelle. I was actually looking. It's in a two-piece box. She also said that it's not in a tin.
Okay.
US Games actually just put out a few new pocket editions of
I saw
things,
that.
and they're
Yeah.
in tuck boxes, which I'm
Yeah.
like, why?
Yeah. Ugh.
Why?
I won't buy. That's why I don't have the mini Everyday Witch Tarot. I'm not buying a tuck box. I refuse. Refuse to do it.
Yeah, I don't understand either. They put out several. One of them is one of the decks I love, which is the Tarot of Mystical Moments, and I would
Mhm.
love that as a pocket, but it's in a tuck box. I was
Mm,
like, why? What a missed opportunity
right.
to put it in like a two-piece box or like a tin. They
It's
put it in a tuck
2024. We
box.
don't
I was
do
like,
tuck boxes anymore. Okay.
what is going on? Especially for a
uh,
mini deck. That's like, it's already a small deck. Why would you put it in a small tuck box? So
literally, like
weird. So weird.
my meat grip, I will rip the box like the first time. I've done unboxings of tuck boxes where literally the first opening I've already torn it. So
I
I
know.
cannot.
Oh God. So
It
I
will
don't know,
explode in my hands.
but I do want the Crotero. It's in a two-piece box, which is fine because
Yeah, two
Hay
piece is
House has been putting a lot of minis out, and they're mostly in two-piece boxes. They only have a couple where they're in a tin. Most of them are two-piece boxes, which is
I don't think
fine.
I've ever had a mini two piece. I've had,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I've ever had a mini two piece. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just picked up the mini. Oh, which one is it? The one from Colette Baron Reed, the Wisdom Oracle of Wisdom, Oracle of something from Colette Baron Reed. I just picked that up.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a two-piece box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really love it.
Hmm. Well, I'll keep that in mind for like future minis. I'll at least I know like if it's a two piece. I mean, I prefer tins, but two pieces aren't too bad.
Yeah.
Anything's
In my
better than
opinion, they're still sturdy because they feel like
yeah,
the bigger size, but they're like
just
thick
smaller.
in my opinion. But yeah, smaller, which is pretty good
Okay.
in my opinion. So
All
yeah,
right.
Rochelle also says ill no to tuck boxes.
Thank you. Like, just stop making them. We don't want
she
that.
But she did say that she'd probably get them, but she needs to learn how to make like little clutch bags for them, which
I've
same
actually
little
kind
bag,
of
like a
looked
mini
into just
bag.
buying mini tins and repurposing, like cutting the
Mm,
box up and like decoupaging the tin box.
yeah,
I've thought about that. Like that was my thought. Like if I got the Everyday Witch Tarot, how can I make this something I would use regularly?
yeah,
And that was my thought. I haven't done it yet, so if I do, I'll have to, I don't know, share it with everyone.
yeah.
So the
Min
next oh, sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say Midnight also said that she has like the Line Strider mini, which is comes in a tuck box because it's from Llewellyn, and she said her box is battered.
Yeah, it
Yes.
doesn't take much either. It just a few opens and closes and
No, but
it's
have you seen the minis from Llewellyn though? They're so small. I wouldn't even say that's like super
yeah,
small. It's like
yeah.
smaller than a pocket edition though. Like it's smaller, way smaller than this. It's like this big.
Yeah, that's my problem with the Llewellyn pockets. They're unreasonably small.
Yeah, which is like super duper small.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Okay. Next one is our moon emoji. This is your wisest deck.
Oh yeah, what did I choose for this? Let me just check my list. I wrote it down. Okay. I picked my wild unknown tarot.
I was wondering
Yeah.
if this would make an appearance.
Of course, it has to. No, just no. I feel like this one is probably my wisest. Honestly, mainly because it's the deck that I've had the longest.
Yeah,
Well, not the pocket, but like the full size, for
I know what you
example.
meant. Mhm.
But I love this deck, and obviously I gravitate towards the pocket edition faster than the full size.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, I find it to be the wisest. It's also the most brutal and the best at giving advice, in my opinion, which is what allowed me to pick it specifically for this particular prompt.
I came very
Um,
close to picking that. So we almost had the same pick for this.
Damn.
Very close. I waffled for a while. In fact, I changed my pick today.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you choose? Because everyone knows what this deck looks like. I don't need to show that many cards. Come on.
So I actually leaned more so into the moon emoji side of things. And the reason
Oh.
I decided not to pick like Wild Unknown as my wisest deck is I feel like it gives really good unbridled advice, but
Yes.
I don't necessarily consider any of my decks to be like wise. I feel like I'm the wise one and the decks
Mhm.
give me what I need out of them, right? So I was like,
True.
okay, then what do I do? So I went with the Spirit de la Lune deck because this is
Oh,
my
I
moon
do
deck.
need that.
It has been around in my collection the longest,
Mhm.
and even though I might go like months without using it, when I pick it back up, like it's like picking up things with an old friend. So this is a gorgeous deck. It has this lovely like hollow on the back,
Yep.
and this is very much just like, I feel like this is what Moonology wishes it was. I love this deck. It challenges me with the astrology side of things, but then I enjoy the comfort of the
Mhm.
moon. So here's like some of the astrology. This is Libra. But absolutely just love this deck. I think this is maybe my first or second flip through I ever did for YouTube, and
Mm.
I've just loved this. Ultimately, I'm very much a moon girly, so anytime I feel like I can be very connected to the moon, I tend to pull this a lot for my live streams during the moon phases, like the new or full moons. But I try not to do it all the time because it will get repetitive. But I
Yeah.
absolutely adore this. This was a deck that I started first sort of exploring my relationship with the moon. And I feel like,
Mhm.
the moon is the quintessential symbol of wisdom. So this is my wisest deck.
Yeah. I really want this deck. I have it on my wish list, but it's quite expensive.
It's very expensive. But I will say that, yeah, it's quite expensive.
Yeah. The
I know.
shipping alone is like $30 to
Yeah.
Canada. And the deck itself is $76. So like
Yeah, your girl was spending a lot when she first got into like divination. I'm much
Midnight
more fruity
chose
now.
Midnight chose the Crow Tarot and the Somnia Tarot for this prompt.
Oh, okay.
I like the Somnia. That one's also on my wish list. But like the photography one, not the animated one. The one that looks like art, like art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the photography one better. I heard that they're doing a Oracle, the Somnia. I heard they're doing an Oracle, like a photography one, but
Oh.
like Oracle, like an Oracle
Hmm.
base deck. So it's quite interesting.
Luke was saying that because of his guidebook challenge he did, he no longer sees the wild unknown as just brutal. And he said that said for this prompt, it has to be his Naked Heart Tarot.
Oh yeah,
Very
that one's
shadow
good too.
worky, but brutal. Yeah.
That one's
I
good
like
too.
that. Okay, next one is our plain emoji, a deck you use when traveling.
I picked the light seers for that one. Come on, gotta pick the light seers at one point
I
too.
know.
But
Technically,
yeah,
Rochelle did pick it, so
yes, Rochelle picked it for the desert
the
island or
deserted
deserted
island.
island one. Yeah.
I would love to go to a desert or no, a desert island.
A desert island. Yeah, that would be delicious actually. But yeah, I picked the pocket edition. I love the pocket edition. I love the original edition. I really need
Mhm,
to pick up the book though for this
mhm.
particular deck because
I
the
just saw a
book
video about that.
looks absolutely
It
amazing.
does.
Yes, I think I will wait for a Hay House sale to get it. But
Mhm,
I love this deck so much. And it's perfect for traveling. It's in the perfect size. I
mhm,
was really
mhm.
happy when they put this in pocket form.
And that one's in a tin, right?
Yeah, this one's in a tin.
Okay.
I hope they put out more tarot in a tin. I think that would be really cool. As of
Mhm.
right now, I think they only have this one. Yeah, I think Hay House only has this one. They've been mostly putting out Oracle.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Oracle, yeah.
I do like the light seers a lot.
So yes. Yeah, me too. I love it. It's a great deck. She did a great job with it, in my opinion. And
Interesting you picked that one over the, I can't remember the name of it. The outdoor festival one.
yeah, I was thinking more of like traveling and like
So
the
something
fact that I want
smaller
something
and
smaller. And that one
okay.
is regular tarot size. I feel like it would take up space, and this it takes up less space in my opinion in
Hmm.
terms of traveling.
Okay.
And usually when I travel, I usually only take pocket decks with me. I don't take large decks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like this a lot
I remember
better
I
in
traveled
terms of
somewhere and I
mine.
literally took both of these with me and I was like, never fucking again. Never
No,
again. It's like
no.
27 boxes in one because there's a box in a box. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm never doing this.
No, I really want them to come out with her Oracle deck in a tin.
Yeah.
That would be great because I really love her Oracle deck. And then, but I have a lot of Oracles now as an option to travel with because
Yeah.
I have so many pocket ones because Hay House has mostly Oracle. Like most of their things that they put out most of the time is Oracle. So I have so many pocket Oracles
It's funny, I've
from
never
them and
really I
ones that I
haven't
picked out.
dived into the world of pocket oracles. I have
Yeah, you should really check out it when they have a good sale.
yeah.
Those pocket oracles go so low, like $5, I think was the lowest once saw. So you can get them for like really good
I'm
pricing.
assuming they're gonna start to have really good sales coming up soon. So I've been kind of keeping
Probably,
an eye out. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Let me see here what the comments are saying.
yes.
Rochelle says probably the wisest, like her choice for wisest deck would probably be alchemical deck. I don't know if I'm like if there's words cut off in the thing, but alchemical deck or SKT. What's SKT? That one I'm not well the short version of it. I'm not really familiar. Midnight said she choose Angels and Ancestors Pocket Oracle or the Wonderland in a Tin Tarot for the
Oh yeah.
traveling. Let's
SKT is
see.
Spirit Keepers Tarot.
Oh, Spirit Keepers. Okay.
Oh, that's
Spirit
pretty.
Keepers. That's the one from Benabel Wen.
Yeah.
She wrote the Holistic Tarot. Yeah,
Oh,
that's her tarot deck.
okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'm on our website now. It has a lot of
and
like I Ching stuff and a lot of
yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
guessing more
Hey,
Eastern.
Alana.
Hi, Lana.
Let's see. Mm, Rochelle says that she rarely travels because of her dogs.
Yeah.
Um,
It's hard to travel with fur babies.
yeah. Well, she said she would do like a road trip rather than, I guess, like somewhere
Flying.
you would have to take a plane.
Yeah.
Um,
My cats don't do well in cars.
she said that she would have like to bring a suitcase just for her tarot because she's extra like that. So she would have a one just filled with tarot. That's great. That would be me, but coming back from a trip. Like if I went to like places and picked up tarot, then I came
Yeah.
home with a suitcase with tarot. That would be more my thing.
Yeah.
But let's see. Midnight said that she doesn't travel, but she tends to chuck a deck in her bag when she goes anywhere. So she
Mm,
usually always has a deck with her.
that
Um,
makes sense.
yeah, I like that.
My travel deck is actually
Yes, go ahead.
your deserted island deck.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I won't really like go through it, but like you guys already saw this earlier, saw some flip
Yeah,
throughs.
RWS the
Um,
best.
this has replaced my Prisma Visions pocket for my travel deck because I
Mhm.
only have a handful of pocket tarot. And I like the tin. I like that it can be used for
Yeah.
anything. And I took my Prisma Visions to Spain with me and my friend, and they asked for a reading. And I was sitting there with the Prisma Visions, and I was like, this does not fit with what we're discussing. And that is what triggered. I was like, I got to get a better travel deck. I don't, not that, I mean, you could use whatever you want to use, right? But
Yeah,
like, I was
yeah,
like, I was like, I don't like this. Sorry, guys.
yeah. Yeah, that's why I chose the light seers because it's like kind of like a clone in a way,
Yeah,
but very modern. I feel like it's very like if I was to travel with like friends or something, give people
yeah.
readings, I feel like they would get them, like we'd all get them because it's
Hmm.
like very good symbology. But it's the same thing with RWS as well. Like I feel like you just understand
Yeah, very
what's
easy.
there,
Anybody
right?
can adapt to it. I've thought about getting the pocket light tears because I think maybe having the less churchy vibe that traditional Rider Waite Smith has
Yeah.
would be more applicable to more people. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I travel with the deck mostly for myself, so it is what it is. They get what they get.
Hmm. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been really trying to invest more in pocket decks because I like them more in terms of
Mhm.
like what it is. That's why I picked up the Zodiac Tarot. I picked it up
Uh-huh.
in pocket instead of the full size because I was like, yeah, I like the pocket better in my opinion. So pocket
I've been
decks.
wanting to get into more pocket decks, but I'm so picky already. And then, like, I also don't want it to be a tuck box. I'm like adding layers of pickiness onto it. So it's
Yeah.
really hard for me to want to invest in a pocket deck. And then I don't necessarily like to double up on decks.
Mm. I
I
don't
got
mind.
the, yeah,
For me, I don't mind.
I got the Pocket Prisma as like a promo thing, so I didn't
Yep.
buy it. And then I did
Okay.
buy the Pocket Centennial because it's intentionally my travel deck now.
Yeah.
So I, I don't know. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like okay necessarily purposefully doubling up on decks yet.
Yeah, I don't mind doubling up, like, if I have the full size and
Mhm.
a pocket comes out eventually, I don't
Yeah.
mind because I especially if I really enjoy the deck as, like, the full size,
Yeah.
especially Oracle size is much larger than regular tarot, for example. I feel like if I wanted to travel with that, I'd like it to have better the pocket, right? Because then I'd
Mhm.
be able to take it with me places. For example, the herbology, what is it? The astrology herb deck that I have here. I have it in both full size here, the herbal astrology
Oh,
pocket
yeah, yeah,
oracle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So Hay House sent me this one, but I have the full size that I bought. And I love this deck so much. When they came out with a pocket edition, I was so excited because the deck is quite thick. There's like 55 cards in this,
Oh.
and you're already shuffling all of that with like
The big oracle
Oracle, yeah,
size.
Oracle
Yeah.
size, right? So I feel like having the pocket edition is so much better in my opinion,
Yeah.
for this specifically. So when it comes to their Oracle decks, I actually prefer the pocket, but I do have some pockets that they sent to me that I don't have the full size version, but I wouldn't even get the full size version. I actually
Right.
prefer the pocket. So I guess it just really depends in that particular case, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. I think if I get to the point where I have like my forever home and I have the space and I know I
Mhm.
don't have to move all these decks like from every few years, I might open myself up to wanting to expand to getting the pocket versions of stuff that I already have.
Yeah. Well, Midnight did say that pocket decks take up less space.
They do, but they still
um,
take up more space if I already have the regular version.
um, yeah. Alana's talking about playing cards as an
Mm.
option to travel with.
I am not into cartomancy, not in a way that's like good or bad.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be something that I would have to adapt way too much where I can just get like I can just have my tin with me.
Okay. I like the deck. Oh, what's it called? From Red Feather. Red Feather has a really good like cartomancy playing card deck where it
Mhm.
has like images on the card. It's like playing cards, but it has like an image and a keyword on every single card. I love that deck
And it's
specifically.
specifically cartomancy and not like
Yeah,
Lenormand?
it's all
Oh.
it's all playing cards. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not Lenormand, it's just playing cards. I forgot the name of it right now specifically, but I can send you a photo later of it. But
Okay.
I like that one because it has the keywords already on it. So
Yeah.
you don't have to really learn. Technically, you don't really need to learn a new system because it's already
It
outlined
tells
for
you.
you. But yeah.
Mhm. Okay, that's not
Yeah.
bad. That does definitely make it easier.
Yeah.
All right. Unless is our ribbon. This is the last deck that was gifted to you.
Yeah. I had to really think about this because I don't even know. Then I
What?
was thinking, okay, the last gift, like I was thinking, okay, the last, I get a lot of decks sent to me, right? And to
Yeah, I don't.
me,
I didn't consider like sponsored stuff.
I consider decks that are sent to me as gifted because I'm technically not being paid to talk about them. They're
Mm-hmm.
technically sent to me as like a kind of gift. And then if I want to review it, I review it. So I chose the last one that I got, which was the Sisters of the Fae.
Mm-hmm.
If I thought about an actual gift, that would be the deck that Alana sent me, which was the Pastoral Tarot.
Oh,
If I was
I thought
thinking
you were gonna
like
say
gift,
the green glyphs one.
no, that one was for my birthday. That was from last year.
Oh,
Pastoral
okay.
Tarot was from this year. That was the last deck that she sent me as a gift. But I chose this one because this was technically the last deck that I got that I received.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Sisters of the Fae. This is from Sacred Scribe Publishing. This deck is really cute, and I really love it. I've been pairing it actually with the first deck that I showed, which was the was it Goddess of the Night Tarot?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is a Fae deck or sort of fairy-ish deck.
Is
It
that
has
Oracle?
information
That's
on
an
it.
Oracle deck, you said,
Yes,
right?
Oracle. Yes,
Okay.
Oracle. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, not a tarot. Um, Very
I feel like
nice,
that
very
would be a
lovely.
fun story time deck. Looking at
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you can definitely build stories, poetry. You could write with
Yeah.
this deck, in my opinion.
Feels very
Um,
much a really great creative deck.
yeah, I really love it. And I'm not a big border person. Like the borders really depend on the deck themselves, but I
Yeah,
really love them here because to me, it looks like I'm looking through like a mirror or like a
like a
portal.
portal.
Or,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, something that is showing me something that's going on.
In another world. Yeah.
And then, yeah, which I really love. So I think that the creatively, I think the borders were a good touch
It's funny
for
you
this
say that because when
specifically.
I was looking at them, I was like, "Do I like the borders or no?" And I'm like, "I
I
kind of
do.
like it. I like
Yeah.
the mirror looking through a portal aspect of it."
Yeah, exactly. Like it's an enchanted mirror and I'm watching
Yeah.
someone do something, you know? That's what it
Mm-hmm.
kind of reminded me of when I got it and I looked through it.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. I really love it. And then we have magpie wisdom. And I actually don't mind that there's writing on the cards. I feel like it's easier to use the cards in my opinion.
Yeah,
So I do really like this
I
very
do
much.
like that.
And it's not too obtrusive either.
No,
So yeah, and then these
it's
are the
different for
backs.
sure, but not horrible.
Backs.
Oh,
Oh,
this.
and there's gilding also. It's like a matte peach
Oh,
gilding.
okay.
Yeah, they're gilded. They're like it's like a matte peach, like a
Do
matte
you consider
peachy.
matte gilding?
Yes, it's matte because it's not shiny. They're
No,
matte.
or let me rephrase.
Edging? I
When
don't know.
yeah, when you have edge decks that are matte, do you consider that gilding? Because I don't.
Yeah,
If
I
it's not
do.
shiny, I don't consider it gilding.
Oh, I just consider it matte gilding or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
I always say I realize like I'll say, oh, it's edged in whatever color.
know. Oh yeah,
Um,
whatever.
yeah.
edging,
I'm
edging,
just
gilding.
curious.
I think everyone gets it, right? It's
No,
peach
no, yeah.
and it's
It
matte.
just made me really like think about it, like the semantics.
Oh yeah, I never really thought about it too. I don't think too hard about these things, to be honest with you.
I overthink
It's whatever.
everything. So that's
Yeah,
yeah,
but I really like it. They chose a good color in my opinion. It matches the backs pretty nicely.
yeah. I
Goes
love the
well with
color. It's very
the
nice
box.
and easygoing.
Yeah, and the box is cool. It opens at the top, which I kind
Oh,
of
it
like.
opens up. I thought it was like one of those like kind of like the bestiary crystalliary decks. I thought it was like that.
No, it opens at the top. It's more kind of like a Lo Scarabeo deck where it opens at the top. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like thin because it's only like 33 cards, only 33 cards. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I really like it. In terms of that. Looking at the comments here, just seeing. what people are saying. Sisters of the Fae. A lot of people want the Sisters of the Fae. Oh, Rochelle's like, does it count if we gift ourselves the deck? Honestly, I would. I would count
Hey,
it for
YOLO.
me
Treat
specifically.
yourself, right?
She said she's joking, but I would personally. I would. Um,
Especially if it's expensive and like this was my gift to myself.
yeah, exactly. Because like when I buy things for my birthday, I'm like, this is a gift from me to me.
Yeah, like if I get something for Christmas or my birthday, this is my gift.
Yeah. Midnight said, pretty sure my last gifted deck was a standard size Angels and Ancestors tarot that she got for her birthday.
Okay.
Luke is saying the Sleepy Hollow tarot because her
Mm-hmm.
younger sister paid for that.
That's nice.
Um, oh, Midnight also said the last tarot that I was gifted was the Arthurian tarot, which was last Christmas. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, Midnight and Rochelle both say that they consider it gilding, whether it's matte or shiny.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are the weirdos, okay?
It's okay. We'll start our own club.
The Matt Gilded Club.
Matte Gilding Club is still gilding.
That's really funny. I just
Yeah.
like when people, I always wonder what people think about things in terms of
Yeah.
language.
I don't
Because
know.
I can assume.
I never really thought too hard about this, to be honest. This is the first time I've ever thought hard about this. I'm just
I
like,
think too
whatever.
hard about everything. It's an issue with it's a gift and a curse.
Oh my god. That's
I
funny.
I
What about
overthink
you?
everything.
What did
So my
you last gift deck?
I didn't think to count like anything sponsored or anything. So I went with like the only gift deck I've ever really been gifted is
Oh, okay.
the Ethereal Visions. So I got
Yeah.
this before the Luna edition, and then I got the Luna
Yeah.
edition because I love this one so much.
Mhm.
But I mentioned before, it's essentially the same exact deck except just with gold foiling instead of the
Yeah.
hollow.
Yeah.
And it's funny because a lot of the same cards are poking up here. But yeah, I love this deck. It's very meaningful to me. I very rarely use it nowadays because I have the Luna edition, and I think the Luna edition goes with the Oracle much better. But it's meaningful
Yeah.
because it was a gift. My other friend who's also into tarot let me have it, and
Yeah.
I feel like I very rarely get gifted stuff like that. So it's part of my collection and sits on my shelf, but I don't use it very regularly.
Yeah. The new edition of that has the new guidebook.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so for those of you who are interested in this deck, let me show you what that means, and I'll kind of compare because I have both decks out. So the original guidebook for this is the quintessential little white book. It's literally
Yeah.
just a stapled
Yeah.
printer paper book.
That's how most of their books were previously, the
Yeah,
US games. I have a few decks that have this as well, this kind of book. It's
no
not bound.
frills, nothing. And then we have the Luna edition, which is going to be an example of what the latest edition of the first edition will be. Is bounded, it
Yeah.
has color, it's illustrated. It feels much more like a traditional guidebook of today's standards.
Yeah.
So if you get, is that out already or not
Yeah,
yet?
it's out already, yeah. Yeah, you can get the new edition.
So if you get the new
I
edition,
believe
it'll
I believe on Amazon it'll say with
which edition?
new expanded guidebook, and the photo has the picture of the guidebook or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's a new bound guidebook, and it's expanded. I think it said it's expanded.
So much better. I
So
mean, this one's not, I mean, it's literally just no frills. But for a deck that's so lovely and beautiful and just really well thought out, for the guidebook to be so meh is very weird. I
Yeah.
think I even in one of my old flip throughs when I did the flip through of this, I was like, this is strange how under um how little they focused on the guidebook.
Mm, yeah. Alana said that all her decks have been gifted to her, and they're all gifted by her.
Oh, I
To
love
her
that.
by
Hey,
her.
for the people by the
um,
people.
exactly. Rochelle says that sometimes she calls it gilding, sometimes she calls it edging, which I do the same thing. Sometimes it's
Okay.
gilding, sometimes it's edging to me. Midnight said that she gifted herself an oracle a couple of days ago. And that was a mood because I did the same exact thing.
I guess if we're talking about officially the last gift I got myself, would be the night visions because this
Oh
was
yes.
spendy. It was like $60 or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was my last gift to myself.
Yeah. And then let's see. Oh yes, Midnight says that the paper book that you have in the first edition there is, she said it sucks, and that Luna Visions up the game with the
It really
bound
did.
version.
I mean, it's really
Um,
lovely. I'll say, yeah, it's no frills. It's not the worst thing
mm,
in the world, but it's definitely no frills. You're not winning
yeah.
any words there.
And then Lana has the same kind of thinking as you. Gilding is shiny, edging is matte.
Thank you, Alana, my one true friend.
And then Midnight has his Carnival of the Souls Oracle, and that comes with a hardbound or hardback bound book with
Really?
that particular deck.
A small
So
one?
I don't know. Midnight,
No.
is it small, the book? And bye, Rochelle. Thanks so much for
Hi, Rochelle.
joining.
Thanks for joining us. It's so nice to see you.
I'm waiting for Midnight to see if it's a small book. I don't know because that deck for some reason was on Amazon and then it disappeared and then I don't know what happened and then I
Mhm.
don't know if it's back in North America to purchase.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was very weird.
I think the only small hardbound guidebook I have is the Game of Thrones one, which
Mm,
is amazing for the price of the deck.
mhm.
And it's a really good deck because it also illuminates like it explains the characters in the card,
Yeah.
which I mean, what is that deck? Like 20, $25
Mm.
for a mass market deck. They really hit it out of the park.
Yeah. I think the only decks that I have that are hardbound are the ones from Liminal 11. Because they did hardbound in the beginning and then they
Oh,
switched to paperback because the
okay.
paperback has more pages.
Yeah.
In the hardbound, it's not as many pages and the minors are very short. So they couldn't put in
Oh,
information per card, like
yeah.
enough information per like a page per card. Midnight says it's a small thing storybook about the characters in the deck, and then the proper paperback full color guidebook for card interpretation. Oh, it comes with two books.
Oh.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's
That's cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's
Awesome.
interesting. I don't think I would get that particular deck though. The cards don't really interest me, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, we already know I'm picky, so I won't even. But
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
you're not with Oracle, I feel like you're less picky.
I am. I am a little. Yeah, I am less picky.
Yeah, I like his other Oracle, the one that looks more toward or feels more the same as the Luna edition of the
Mm-hmm.
Ethereal Visions. That one, that Oracle deck, I like more than his newest one. You have it, no? The Dream something.
I'm sorry. Which one? The
The
Oracle?
I think so. Is that what it's called?
The
Dream?
one
I
that goes
never.
with the ethereal visions?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Dreamscapes Oracle.
Yeah, that one I like more than his newest Oracle, which
Oh,
is the
yeah.
Carnival one.
Yeah, you're right. I remember seeing that. I'm like, I'm okay with the one I already have.
Matt Hughes here. Matt Hughes. Let's see.
Yes. I was looking
Mm.
at something separately and I got distracted. So sorry.
No, that's fine. Carnival Oracle. What does it called? Carnival. Carnival. Carnival Souls. Yeah, it's not even on Amazon.
Oh, oops.
Oh, here, I found it. What the hell? It's $61?
Ew.
That's
How many
crazy.
cards is it?
Let me look.
I mean, his other one is not very thick. It's not a lot of cards.
32.
Oh, hell no.
32 for $61 Canadian.
Absolutely
Crazy.
not.
Crazy. No, 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 no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, this one is more of a circus theme. That's why I don't really like it.
Mm. Yeah, that would be a little weird for my collection too.
Mm. Yeah, no, not for me.
Okay, Sil, what do you have coming up? What's coming down the pipeline?
I have no idea. I haven't posted in I don't even I
I
don't even
know.
I've been so busy with work and then
Me
driving
too.
school. I haven't had time for anything. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
That's fine. We've all been there. In fact, I'm there now, so I get it. I've done some recording, so I have some flip throughs coming out. I recently
Yeah.
got my like Arcana folio oracle, which I'm
Mm,
really excited to do the flip through of. You
okay.
guys will see a little bit of the night visions flip through. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah.
And
I do have videos filmed and edited, but I
yeah,
haven't posted them yet. So maybe I'll post those.
I have some filmed, none edited, and none scheduled. So we'll see what I can get out by the
Yeah.
end of the month and into next month. But I'm really
Yeah.
excited because I want to do an expansion of my bone reading video as part of my like spread wisdom series where I kind of talk
Mm,
about how to pair the bone readings with tarot. So I'm kind of working out the structure of that video. So that'll be the next one that I film.
yeah. Midnight wants to know when the next enabling video is coming out. Uh, um, I don't know. I have to find like all the stuff from November. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it in November or if I'm just gonna do November and December together and just do it on December
I would just do
1st.
December. Why not? Right?
Um, yeah, I think it's the 1st is the weekend is on a Sunday. Yeah, the 1st on December 1st,
Oh,
I think.
okay. I mean, if you have time. Oh, I know in December also we're gonna do our collab with Alana.
Yes, it's on the
Um,
22nd.
yes, on the 22nd, same time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. And
Yes.
that's gonna be our end of year reflections. It's our tarot tag that we are creating.
Yes.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll do it similarly to our St. Patty's Day tag where we kind of share it with some folks and hope they do it ahead of time and then we can
Oh, yes, yes,
create a
yes.
playlist. I don't know. I don't know. We could talk offline.
Mhm, mhm.
But
That'd be
yeah,
fun in my opinion.
I think so too. And either way, I think it's going to be fun to end the year off with Alana as our guest on and
Yep.
just have some reflections between the three of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, awesome. Well, I guess then the last thing is to remind you guys, make sure you are subscribed to Sil's channel, like the video, and if you are not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel and like the
Yep.
video,
Yep.
and we will see you in December.
Yeah. We'll
So,
see everyone in December. I hope everyone in the US has a good Thanksgiving.
oh yeah, I forgot about that when it's like my holiday. Happy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving to my US subscribers,
Yeah.
and we will see you in December.